Hello, Norrathians. I am back. In the previous episode of the Six Flags over Norrath build, God, that sounded like As the World Turns. But in the previous episode, I had moved the Gravitron, the balloon stall, and ended the pathway here. That way I could separate Gorowyn from Qeynos and not have two separate entrances into Gorowyn and split them up where they don't connect to each other without having to go back through Qeynos. So, in this episode, I am going to be moving the Gorowyn loop, so it is not directly connected to Qeynos. So let's get another overall save. I don't know if it's going to work with this space. That way I know exactly where we are. If I need to come back to this point, I can. So I've got a new save here now to actually move all these pieces. And there are a lot of pieces here. I believe there were 77 pieces for the Gravitron, so let's see how many pieces I use for this thing. Okay, 1, 2, I'm not going to count the whole time. This one is going to be hard to tell because I've got a lot of things overlapping each other here. But those are just 6 of the bases that I use for the little decoration that's on the side. It's the City of Mist stone dais. Okay, those 6 are done. The archway's done. The front ones are done. Stairs are done. Let's get these doodads. And yes, TBG does not have playable races for the Othmere or Knowles or Burnay. They don't have playable races for Sirens. I think those particular options would be good for a next playable race. Just a little bit of a wish list there. Which on the forums, Candor did post a thread for basically a wish list. That's what made me think of it. Of what you would like to see on the loyalty merchant. So they are looking for our input. Always a good thing when the developers of a game are looking for the input of the player base. I think it's a great idea. I'm glad they're doing it. it makes sense. It will give the players what they want, and it gives them ideas that they might not have thought of. Oh, his springs are showing. And I'm probably going to miss some pieces, because there's a lot of pieces in here. Sarnax have to be grabbed by the head. Okay. So now I can actually get to the stairs part of it. And I'm doing this backwards, because I should have started from the lower. But I think it'll be okay. Just not normally how I do things. Okay, those, oops, almost missed that one. Okay, you're done. Okay, let's move the carts. Sorry guys, ripping the cart right out from under you. Okay, so now let's move you guys. Let's rotate you. Uh-oh. I trapped myself. There we go. Okay, so I think the only thing left to move is the built loop that I did with the circle tool, which was a pain. If we just had some kind of ring that got bigger. But at least it's done with building blocks. So it doesn't eat into my item count. It goes with the building block count. No, I want that. And this is going to look really weird when I move it. Just a pre-warning. Okay, I do believe that is everything. Second save. Okay, so I am going to, the stairs are currently here. And let's see, for the balloons, they were here and I went this way and it was positive. For this thing, it was here and I rotated it this way 45 degrees, which was a negative. So this one, the stairs here, and I need to go negative 90. So I am going to go over here and I'm going to load this up. 86 pieces, so it is more than the gravitron. And I'm going to right click, select group mod, and it's going to be a -90. And I need my location, which is 8.10. And -12.42. -12.42. Rotate. Apply. Save all. Cross fingers. And it's gone over there. Ew. I mean, that is a 90-degree rotation from where I was, but it needs to go way over this way. So let's move it 15 northeast. Better. Okay, so let's, how's the stairs? The stairs are really close to the path, so that's good. Let's move 1 south, and then we will move 10 east. And that's pretty good. In actuality, I think these are the same size. So technically I could line those up and remove a building block. Let's try it. So let's go one more to the south. And one more. I can share the building block, because the path will be coming in right here. I think it'll be okay. Okay, 0.1 south a couple of times. Okay, that looks pretty close to being lined up. So let's get rid of the point and do one to the east. And it's a little bit higher, but I think that'll be okay. One more to the east. Look at that. There we go. It's inside the other. So let's go ahead. Is this one not touching the ground? Oh yeah, it's in the ground. Okay. So this one, let's pick that one up. So now this shares that. That's cool. And the path can come through here, so we're good there. Nariac, this I'm going to have to move. Which I can move it over there, that's not a problem. But the Nariac path is going to have to come out and then go this way. And then back this way. Which the Nariac will be a facade anyways, because I'm going to be doing the Nariac and a breakout. So I think we're good there. Oh, I missed 2 pieces. I should have checked. They're the same size, so... And you can just move them over. I don't know where to go. And that's the problem. Oh, I bet you it's over here. Yep, It's got to be over here. Huh. The whole thing is a little bit elevated, I think. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit elevated. So let's do 0.1 down. Okay, so that's good. That pillar was right here, and the other rail was right there. That's where it was. Which technically I don't have to have those. Oh, let's do it anyway. I don't like it not being finished off. If I remember correctly, this was not easily put in here. Oh, I had it. There we go. And my railing, which I will have to rotate because 90 degrees because I rotated the whole thing 90 degrees. If I remember correctly, I had it the same height as that other one. So about there. Okay. Some minor setback, but it worked in the end. And no pieces sticking out anywhere, so I think we're good there. Okay. Let's do an overall save. Gorowyn loop, move. Okay, so that's done. Let's get a fresh save from our save one. And now to move this guy and rotate it 90 degrees, which will be a negative 90 as well. Okay, so let's move you guys. Is this 3 or 2? 3. Okay. And move our house actor. I can't believe that green's my favorite color, but I don't really care for the yellow green in this. I mean, it's almost a jungle green, but because there is yellow in the jungle green, but it's not quite dark enough to be a jungle green. And a jungle green is a gorgeous color of green, but I would have much rather had this tile set in like this green or something similar to it. Not the texture of it, of course, but or some of the green that you see in the rose bushes here, some of that dark green. That would have been nice for that building block. Even the blue marble to me looks more green than blue. And that's also why it goes very well with the Adoration and the Myris, and it also goes good with the I think it's yeah, Briarwood. It goes good with that because it has that bluish tint which picks up the yellow from the Briarwood. And it goes good with the Dalgar because of the golden gray and the bluish on the top. But even the Adoration is a a blue gray. Oh, before I get those, I need to move my counters and my mannequins. Souvenir hat stall. Come get your souvenir hats. And just saw it right there. And I'm not going to be able to get that one from here. There we go. So those are all moved. Now let's get the top stuff. That one. That one. That one. Let's see, if this band would have gotten bigger, it would have been great for the Gorowyn loop. I actually tried it. And it would have been one item. ZRX was actually suggesting to use like one edge and then put another one overlapping it a bit and using the edge of it to make it longer, but it would have taken like 50 of them because all the sides on this one, it would have taken double for each side to make it twice as long. And that would have been a lot of item count, so I was like, no, we'll go with the building blocks. In the end, I think it turned out okay. Yeah, I like the contrast between Kian's favorite tile, the lemony yellow, and the green stucco. And I had fun with this build. This shop was one of my favorites to build because I had the idea of what I wanted and I made it happen. And I was very proud of myself. I even used stockings to make the S, which was a lot of fiddling around, but I got it in the end. They had that curve that I needed, and then a bobble for the exclamation point on the end of it, And I believe that is everything. So save 2. Not sure. Yep, you got it. Okay. And this is 64 pieces. Let's see, group mod. We're going to rotate it a -90. And center point really doesn't matter, but let's go like here. Because the distance from here to there, if you rotate it 90 degrees, it'll be probably over where the gravitron is. So -17.33, -17.33. And if you are not familiar with the layout editor, group modify rotate around a point, you will be after these videos. 36.25. And that is the whole purpose of me doing this channel, is to help people learn how to use the layout editor and understand it, and to make things easier for them when they're building. I mean, that's ultimately my goal with this. So. And was it positive? Yeah, it was a positive. So rotate and apply, save all, and load. Yep, there it is. Okay, did I miss anything? Before I move anything, did I miss anything? Because I still have my point, and I did not miss anything, so good. Okay, so it needs to go probably 2.5 to the west. So let's do 2.5 to the west, and then we will do 15 north. It's going to need to go further than that, I think. It's actually not that bad, but it leaves a huge gap over here. So, and it's a little bit overlapping the books, so let's do 0.1 to the west. Okay, no grass showing? Yeah, grass is showing. Go figure. 0.02 back to the east. And again, let's do 0.01. Actually, you know what? Let me think about this. And hit escape. Yep, see, the green would show through. So I actually need it to overlap the books. So 0.3 east. That was a lifesaver, because I would have had to have moved everything again and got a new from difference for 64 items again. Okay, 0.1 east. Okay, let's lift the book and we can hit escape to put it back. No grass is showing, so we are good now. What about this book? It overlaps the path just a little bit. No grass is showing, so we're good. Put the book back. So from here, I just need to go to north. Let's try that. Okay. That's good. Actually, it's a little too far because I want to have my path coming off basically like here. So let's go 5 south, and then I can tweak it. Because, let's see, that much of the book is showing, and that much of the book is showing. Let's go 0.5 north. See how that lines up. Okay, it lines up with that book right there at the edge. So if I move this book, there's no grass showing. So that's good. This book, if I remove this one, no grass is showing. I do need to move it in some because that book is showing. So let's do 0.0. 0.01 is probably too much. 0.5. 0.05 to the east. Yep, now the book's not showing. Good. And let me make sure before I commit. I think I'm good. I can put my bench back over here. So that'll work. And over on this side, I've got room for my Gorowyn path, which I could have coming off here if I wanted to, or here. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3 books and 2 books. Yeah, I can do that. I can go right here. These 2 will be for the path. Let's pick those up. And those 2 can stay. This one. Oof. That one. And these, I'm probably going to have to move this. Oh, no, I can get it from the inside. Does that mean that book's going to show? Probably not, because this wall. Get that one, get that one, get that one. And no books showing through the inside. So we're good there. Book lines up there. Book lines up there. I think we're good now. So I can do my Gorowyn pathing here. Actually, the Gorowyn pathing might be big enough for 3, but we shall see. Do I have the Chowp blocks? Chowp in inventory bag 6, slot 22. There they are. Okay. Get rid of you, close you. Okay, so I am going to have my pathing come through here and meet up over here. Let's make this max scale, because I want to use as few as possible, because these are items. And I am going to rotate you around because it just makes sense. This edge is a little flatter, and that's got that little nub right there that sticks out because I'm going to be going that way. And it kind of lines up over here. I will need a big slab there, I think, and then a small piece here. And then I could put the Tiki Cheeky in the middle, I think. Either there or here. Actually, I might put the gong person for the restaurant over here. I can work around that. Okay, so let's get this a little bit better spaced. If I move this, I could have one book there. If I move it like this, okay, so I can just shift this book down and get rid of this book. Okay, so this book, and move you up, save, get a new from difference, and let's do 0, 0, 2 down, and then we will do 0.6 to the south. Close, but not quite. Let's do 0.2 to the south. There we go. That looks like it's about even on both sides. So I've got that there. And I'm going to need one to go towards that. So let's do that next. I need at least 2 for this part. Oops, not pitch. I want to roll it just a bit. Not that way. Urgh. And that way I can line it up over here with this little nub. There we go, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. It's kind of weird there. But I might have to deal with it if I can't. Let's do that and then lower it. That works. Okay, go a little lower. Not much. Not higher. Okay, that does it. So then I can line up another piece here. Let's raise it and roll it. Nope. Come on. Just a bit. Okay, they're overlapping a bit there. Let's see, can I rotate it a bit and then move it in? And shrink it just a tad so I can line up the ends here. Oh, shrunk it just a little too much. Okay, not quite meeting there, so whenever I move it back, it should meet. It's good, but it's a little bit angled. Do I want to do this one? Oh, come on. Actually, that looks pretty good. I shouldn't have messed with it. There we go. So now I've got this one going through. Can this one be pitched a bit? Not that way. Pitched there. Sunk down. There we go. So it's not as sharp. Looks like it's sculpted to fit. Okay, so these are all connected to Gorowyn. I am going to need a path coming off here, chopstone block, and maybe a larger one. Do I have any in my broker? I think I do. Not there. Yes. Got that one and that one. Okay. So there's this one, and there is this one. This one's a little smaller, but I can make it work. Just make you supersized. And sink you down. I need to move it out. I am so surprised that it didn't pop up 100 or 400 meters in the air, but it didn't, so that's good. Now let's rotate you around. And there might be enough room for me to put the gong person on that side. Actually, let's do this. You're covering, bring you down. Okay, that looks decent. Let's shift you a bit. There we go. That looks like it lines up good. This not so much, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, so technically I can move my Tiki Cheeky shop over here and have it either facing this way or this way, or I can move it back here, but then it's going to be hidden behind the building, so I don't really want that. So I've got the shop, I've got the restaurant here, I've got this here. Let's move our tree up. Still draping over the path a little bit. Yep. And that's better. Let's move it a little more towards the path. There we go. That way it's not up against the seahorse. Okay, so that's there. Tiki Cheeky can be moved over. And put it over here. Okay, oh, let me go get my Qeynos bench in place. Bench and trash bin. Oh, come on. Okay. Bench. And trash bin. Rotate you around. Ooh, I forget. How did I have these others? Okay. Flat on the front, angle on the back. Okay. Yep, flat on the front, angled in the back. There we go, that's in place. Everything's in place over here. Now I'm debating on whether to turn the popcorn stall this way. But I think it'll be okay. I might actually change this up, the pathing up. Have it angled across here maybe. And then have it angled across here. So there's a little bit more room over on the path here and here. Because this side looks okay because it's almost too... this one's about the same. It just seems smaller to me. And this one seems smaller, but I think I'm okay with that one being smaller. But yeah, I think I might change this one up to where it's angled across there. And then, so it's not that sharp there. And then angle the books here to give a little bit more path here. And then I can rotate that. But this, I think, is good. Gotta get my Tiki Cheeky over here, so might as well commit to that in this episode. And then I've got the gong ringer and the bench. I'm gonna have to move the tree back, I think. Because the gong will just blend into that tree. And I am debating on this tree. I'm thinking this tree needs to be up here. Because that really fills in the spot good. And then the Tiki Cheeky can be here. I think that'll work. Okay, let's go get, and the bench can be over here up under the tree. So let's move our bench. So they're waiting for people at the restaurant, and they're waiting for people getting on the loop. and they're in the shade of the tree. I love those trees. Those were a great addition to the game. But being from the south and seeing those types of trees in the south, I guess I'm biased. Okay, trash bin. And the gong is 2 pieces, because I just couldn't do just the one. Okay, the little banger is there, close to him, so that works. And move top piece. There we go. Still shows through the back, but that's fine. The front, you can see all of the beauty of that tile piece. Can't make it too much bigger because then it'll start to go into the wood at the top or go into the ground. This doesn't, yeah, can't go in the ground any further. Or be pulled out of the ground rather. Okay, Tiki Cheeky, let's move you. The barbecued turkey legs. Okay, so let's see. Let's start at the bottom. 1, 2. Oops, sorry, I'm counting again. Not nearly as many pieces. Most of which are building blocks. Okay, so let's go here and we are going to rotate you. Let's see, being negative. Group modify, and it should be negative 135 if I remember correctly. And let's see, 587, 147. 587, 137, right? No, 47. 147. Rotate, apply, save all, load. It should have rotated you around. Good. That's what I wanted. I just need to move you back. So let's get rid of the point and let's go 2 to the south. And 2 more. And you want the platform just at the edge. So point 2 north. And point 2 more north. And that works. So it fills in that space nicely. It's kind of centered. I think this is good. I think all the moves, I'm happy that I did it. Hat stalls in Qeynos. Tiki Chiki is in Gorowyn. The Gorowyn path is set in. All the rides for Gorowyn are in Gorowyn now. And it's one solid path that just forks. Which is, the fork is fine. I'm okay with the fork because with Kelethin, it forks right here and goes off. So, if you haven't watched the videos, I have finished the flower wheel. It is finished now. I just have to set up the house actors. I've got them placed so they are in the item count. And I've got the flowers stuck around for scenery. I've got the honey mixer. It's done. It's out for 1 house actor. I've got the buttercups. It is done minus the house actors. And I've got the pieces in here that I'll be using for the last ride of Kelethin. Once I'm done with the last ride of Kelethin, I will be moving on to Freeport. Before I go into that, actually, I need to fix the path here where the building was. That's why these books are placed. I knew I was going to have to do that. Planned ahead. But I have to replace all these books with a different type of book. So I will be book shopping. So I have to go to the Mage Tower and do some book shopping. Originally, Azurite had suggested getting rid of these books. I'd have to use 3 more building blocks. I picked up 1 building block that I saved over there, so I might be able to do it. I'm getting towards the end of the park. Or end of the item count and building block count. When I get close to the end of a build, I start getting nervous about the items. So that's why I put a lot of the stuff in to begin with, so I have it in here placed. But I think I should be able to replace those books with these 3 pieces, overlapped and sunk down a little bit so they don't shimmer, and then that would line it up and get rid of that section right there that's kind of awkward. And technically I could have this one come out longer to come down and meet here, but then you've got Kelethin spilling over into Qeynos. And I don't know if I'd like this book up against that. It's going to be probably best if I just go down to here and then go down to here. And I have to put my Qeynos sign back in place, which I'm thinking can go right here. It's either going to go here, here, or over here, but I'm thinking it's best here. Okay, so let's take care of our books. Okay, so gotta save now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so large ones at the top, that's good. And I still remember, can't believe I still remember this, but it's 1.69 for the moves. And they need to go to the east, so I'll do all of them to the east and hold down my control button and click to take off the first one, so it moves all of those again 1.69, and then click off and click off and click, so on till I get to the very end, which is now. And apply, save all, and load. Boom. Done. So that took 2 seconds. Oh, I missed that. But that's okay. I can bring that over. It's one piece that goes over here and kind of in the middle. And that's not the middle. And let's turn it so it's got that angle at the top. Oop, come on. There we go. That works. That works for me. Looks good. I like it. I'm happy with it. And I think that is it for today. Minus my house actor. Cheeky Tiki Bird Burner. And come on, get in there. Oh my god. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Okay. Let's go a different route. Let's move you down. And we'll put you in. That should be good. Yep, that's good. Wait, does her hand hit the counter? Back up. And reapproach. No, it doesn't. Okay, good. Let's bring you back up. Get you lined up like you're supposed to be. Which I believe is right there. There we go. Tiki Chiki is done. Okay. So, in the next episode, we will be doing the Gorowyn pathing. We will be doing redoing the pathing for New Hollis, and That might be all we need to do for this. I might start the Freeport pathing. So next episode's going to be a lot of pathing. And if time, we'll start working on the last ride in Kellethin. So I want to get those pathings done, or at least started, because the Freeport pathing, I'm not going to be able to finish those until I start getting the rides in place. So, because there's going to be one ride up here at the start, and then several rides back at the back, and a shop, 3 rides at the back. Yeah, I should be able to get all 3 rides back here. The shop and the other ride here, so that's 4 rides. And then the pathing for Kellethin will come out and go along the side here, and then go along the side here, and angle to the tunnel that goes to Norrath. Okay, so let's get Gorowyn's banner in place. Here's Gorowyn's. And this is Qeynos. I gotta get Qeynos' banner. Let's see, do I have it on me? I think I do. I picked it up and moved it. There it is. It is bag 545. That's it. There we go. And ticket booth is in. That was in the previous episode. A previous episode. The flags are in place. The arrival, the way you get into the park is here. You fly up. I mean, the actual point you zone in is right here. And it's a little bit under. It'll come up, cover my tail, but once you move a little bit, you're fine. But you've got 2 sides for the tickets. Okay, so I think we've got a plan for the next episode in place. For the pathing, maybe the ride. So I will see you guys in the next episode.